driving license, my driving test. Like I didn't even deep it until like
I was in the road like, yo, I'm really driving
bro,
this
like
shit.
you know when you get the certificate, like it's just a piece of paper to me. Like until man's been doing this, then I'm like, oh, that deeper, right? Like, man's really out here on the road.
I had that moment, yeah. And this is gonna sound mad small innit, but just take me in real quick. So I had that moment. I was on a treadmill, right? I'm jogging, whatever, doing what I'm doing. Yeah,
I'm already paying attention still.
No, seriously, because it's small, but to me it was huge, innit?
I already feel you, bro.
So man's on the treadmill, whatever, and then a notification comes up, and I'm pre-ing it, and there was just something to do with something else, nothing to do with the actual accomplishment that I felt at the time. And then I just went to Instagram quick. Do you feel me? Went in there, and then I saw another notification. So I clicked this joint, and Guap posted us on their story, and I was like, "No, this is huge for me."
I'm doing 10K
because me personally, I've been doing creative stuff for a while, innit? And I saw Guap like when they first like when they landed on the scene, and I was like, these men are doing this Guap thing, like this thing's mad. The first digital magazine, and I'm thinking, this is crazy, bro. Man, from the ends, this is nuts. So ever since that moment, I was like, bro, I need to get them to post my shit. Like, I need to get them to post my shit. Like,
that was a big moment.
How am I gonna make it happen, fam? Like, how am I gonna do that? Do you feel me? How am I gonna make them post it and that? So I was saying to myself, bro, I need to get on that platform. Just there you go. I need to get on that platform.
That's so good.
And then obviously grinding on this, working on other stuff. My mind's not even been on that. I've just been like, cool, man's just gonna grind on this, whatever. And then that happened. And that moment, I was like, oh shit. Man's been wanting this for time. Yeah. I had to call my girl. I was like, babe, do you know what just happened, fam? I've been trying to do. I'm on the treadmill, by the way. Like, bear in mind, I'm still running.
You know when those moments happen, nothing else matters.
I'm sitting up like, yo, listen, don't give up on nothing. Do you get me? Because back in the day, I used to think this is impossible, bro. How am I gonna do this?
Do you know what's mad as well? You know what they say, like write down your goals as well. Yeah. Because I didn't used to do it. Yeah. And then when it happens, you don't realize it. Yeah, because you're always looking for the next one. But you forget, like, listen, like the things that I was praying for and the things I've been working for, staying up late for, and got them now. You get me? But because I can't see it physically, like I didn't timestamp it. Like, you get me? At this point, I'm making this note that when I look back in 2 months, 2 years, whatever, I'm gonna have this. And then we do have it. Like, look today, like when we was younger, the things we can do today. Like, we started this pod, how many years ago now? Yeah. Like,
initially we released it end of 2019.
But fam, even from the beginning, and when we first started, and look where we are now, like everything just fits in seamless, But we take it as like an everyday thing, and we're like, if we actually look back, like, fam, we put in mad work, and we've learned literally a whole new lane on things we have no clue about, just in order. But we kind of play it down. So I think it's always, it is about finding like a nice balance between celebrating and recognizing your accomplishments.
Exactly,
which is why I'm going to you now.
You get me?
Because see, for you, when I saw Venice Shorts, for anybody who doesn't know yet, Venice Shorts is basically like, you get the Venice Film Festival, you get Tribeca Film Festival. These are festivals that are going to recognize what you've done as a short film or a feature film. And with these feature films or short films, you already know, Ben, they're going to put it out there for like God knows how many directors, casting agents and whatnot to see festivals. So when you get Venice Shorts now, that's the
end of it. Yeah, end of it.
When I saw that IG, I said, nah, bruv.
And I almost didn't select it. I
said, nah. I need to give flowers today.
Thank you.
Speak to us about that.
Yeah, honestly, I almost didn't submit it because I was just like, oh, what's the point? It's like a 4-minute short film, you know. The sound wasn't that great. Could have been better. You know, when you're just like always criticizing yourself and you're just thinking, nah, next time will be better. So I was just like, you know what? My boyfriend was just like, just do it. Like, it's calm. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. And I submitted it. Because they even like DM'd me and they were just like, yeah, we'd love to see this in our, you know, selection. So I was just like, all right, let me do it.
How did that feel though when that DM came in?
It felt great.
Like, as if you've seen this, like Venice Shorts
yeah.
out of nowhere. And
it felt great.
Day to day.
It felt great. It was like, okay, my short film. Like, okay, it's like it's only my second one as well because, you know, went over. I also submitted went over for a film festival. Yeah. But like and that was selected as well. But end of it, I was just like, okay, this is this is good. This is the next step.
Like, it kind of validated, like, raw, like, if I keep pushing without stopping, without even the outcome, if it's great or not, if I keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The formula's working. The formula's working.
And now we're trying to push harder with this film that we just finished filming. Like, we wrapped up when it was stowing and stuff. We're trying to go harder, like, trying to put on, like,
Let me get
Amazon.
that name right as well. Methodical.
Methodical. Yeah, it's a psychological thriller. And it's looking great so far. Like, it's mad. It's mad.
Behind the scenes picture that I was laughing still. Was that the day where you was in Kent, when it was snowing and...
Yeah. For the whole weekend, we was there in the lake house and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it was good. It was a good shoot. And we're looking forward to pushing it harder, like putting it on Amazon Prime and sending it to bare festivals. Yeah. And we're going to see how that goes.
Now, I hope you big up Kai as well, because Kai's a good guy, obviously, for those
He's
who
amazing.
know him anyway. But, yeah, man, like, I'm just saying it, like, more time when I go on the gram, I don't go on the gram like that as much, in it. So, if I'm promoting for alphas, or, like, if I'm giving flowers to other people's businesses, most of the time, I told you, I'm seeing your posts. Like, if it's not DeLove model, if it's not directed by DeLove, or just DeLove Accra, I'm seeing this. I'm thinking, Jesus, this girl is really putting it in.
Yeah, man. Remember when I was like, I almost gave up because things were hard. Things were hard, man. This industry is not easy, but you know, I was just like, you know what? If I give up on myself, I'll never forget myself. I will never forgive myself. Sorry, I'll just regret it. So. And I'm young. I'm still young. You know what I mean? Like,
how old are you? Sorry.
I'm 20. I'm about to be 22 on Monday.
Come on. Oh shit! Okay.
All right. Early happy birthday. You know what I'm saying?
We got an extra bar on this bitch.
On Monday, I'm
We're out of Bel Air this morning.
Hey, yo, Bel Air Ben, what you be saying? Like, you gonna go just shop?
You guys just giving them
bare names. Yeah.
One every day.
No, but even that though, innit? Like I was saying, like, where you've obviously come from, just writing these ideas and giving it wasn't obviously always like that. Like, especially someone who's in your lane. Not saying that you're in this life now, but so say, like, of course, even for a working actor or even a freelancer, before you go into this lane committed fully, you know that it's also going to be a part where obviously you're going to have to do what you have to do, retail job or whatnot. So, like, even then, like, obviously I know ish of what you was going through, but like, even that, like, what is there that people don't know, that even before you come into committed it, like retails, 9 to 5s, what you had to go through? Because I remember you telling me them scenarios that you told me, and I was like, I can relate to it, but what you're going through is a bit more mad than me.
It's crazy, because you know, you just have to remember that you're trying your hardest to make your dreams come true. So you have to because you have a boss, right? You're not your own boss when you're at work. You have to take criticism. You have to take customers probably cussing you out and stuff like that, and you're just like, you wanna react to it.
Where did you used to work?
I've done many jobs. My last job was Marks and Spencer's. So yeah, Sainsbury's, I've done that too. That was mad. That was mad. A lot of retail jobs, and it took a lot for me to just, you know, calm down when customers would piss me off and stuff like that, and when bosses would just chat shit. But
did you ever go through, like, because I remember I put that in the notes, like, did you ever go through, well, you did go through ish what I knew, but racism in a workplace?
Racism in a workplace?
Yeah, because that's the main thing that I always wanted to start knowing and asking guests as well.
I think, so there weren't there's not specific stories I can remember or anything, but just subtle, you know, the subtle comments, the racist comments that certain customers will make, or I've had those, but
on the shop floor.
On the shop floor,
You
know the checkout tills as well, like when you're at the checkout, and then there's like a old, it's mostly the old people as well, because
you know that shit when you see them come to your till.
What would they say?
No, they will just be like,
you can see the energy that they give.
Asking silly questions and stuff like that, like about my hair, and you know, like my afro hair at the time, when it was just like, oh, like, you know, it's really unusual. Like, how do you do that? Like, stuff like that. It's not like racist in your face.
Professionalism as well. You got to do the whole. Man's just really trying to keep that customer service. Yeah, and not only that, like my boss at the time, she was white and she wanted to touch my hair. I was like,
bitch, if you don't move your hands away, you don't, just stuff like that.
Remember when you was like how girls go through it? Like obviously we can still go through a bad day, but from a girl's perspective, that day is times God knows how much. Like in terms of quantity wise, because I think to myself, even the small stuff, like you can't even be somebody. Let's say like I remember I think Loretta told us a mutual story. She said that when she was working, she used to work at a school, and like you know what, sometimes when you have a few people in the workforce, and let's say a few coloured, let's just say or a few minorities, and let's just say you just happen to be sitting with that minority, or maybe there's like 2 or 3 of you lot. All of a sudden now you lot are just getting along. The next thing you know is like, you lot again, the loud bunch. It's like, bruv, you talking about loud bunch for?
I remember what you told me when you was working in Sainsbury's. Was it Sainsbury's?
It's just an M&S.
M&S.
I was like, bro, you talking about loud bunch for, bro? I'm not just sitting here just crying. Like, I'm doing what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, you know, fam, I used to get used to that a lot. Like, I used to see a lot of the white co-workers, they can have their biggest hub. Looking like it's like all 12 of them sitting there, chilling, busting joke. As soon as it's like 4 or 5 men, all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, the loud bunch. Oh, when you lot off your break again?
I think because as us, we find it easier to get comfortable once we deep clock someone that's like us, innit?
People.
Like, it only takes you to find one more black person for you to
Click
be
with them.
But don't you have that little bit in between where it's like, wait, are you black?
Are you
Black?
black?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay,
The Oreo.
What kind of black
But
are
once
you?
you do, like, it don't matter where you are, but you can be yourself as long as you're with them, innit? But then when you're around like different or majority white people, you sort of have to like hold back like the culture side of you.
Hold back your energy.
And either keep it professional or...
But it's like they don't do any of that when they're chatting that.
Freedom.
You know? Yeah. I'll be looking at that, bro. If I could say the shit that you're saying, I know I'm going to turn heads. But you say that shit, it's calm.
And then a lot of the time, so at my work, there's one thing that we've done. Everyone had to go through a course called... what's the name? Unconscious bias.
A word?
Yeah, so basically, obviously everyone has unconscious bias in it. So whether you control it or not, there's going to be a way you act towards certain people based on
how they look.
Not how they look, but based on like preconception of things you've watched, things you've taken in internally in it just growing up. So whether you watch a lot of films or a lot of action films, you might treat Asian people a certain way unconsciously in it. So we have to go through this course to kind of recognize what your unconscious bias is, in it.
That's actually good.
It doesn't basically make you less unconscious bias, but it makes you more aware of what you are biased to, in it. So I think my one was like, I get on fine with everyone, but I have a slight I don't even want to get flames for this, innit? But I have a slight, not even like a dislike in it, but I'm cautious around like gay people.
Okay.
There's
a reason why you gave a disclaimer for that still.
Yeah, no.
There's a reason why you gave a disclaimer. No, as in like I get why you said I don't want to get.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get flamed because I don't want it to sound like I hate them, innit?
Okay, but you have to land obviously. Yeah, you have to land obviously.
But like it's because on past experiences, you get me.
Yeah.
Like how many times has it happened to me,
what kind
fam?
of past experiences?
Bruv, I've been moved to by like three I can remember, fam. 3 gay dons, fam.
It's the way
I told you, it's these damn biceps, nigga. It's these damn biceps.
But now, like every time I find out, I'm like,
you know what I mean?
You know what, man?
It's getting hot in
here. You know what? I just not trying to like have no attention towards me in it because I don't like. That's the only situation in my whole life here that man's like under pressure from. Because I don't want to say anything that's gonna make you act more in a certain way towards me in it. I just want to not be in that situation. Yeah. Until
nobody teaches us how to handle that.
No one does, and until I had to kind of learn myself. Until like I got obviously, I started training.
Yeah,
and then I'll spend.
We say names now.
We can bleep out if you want. Yeah. But I started spending obviously more time with him, so I started to get a bit more comfortable around. It was still you say some mad stuff.
Wait, what is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
But even the way our relationship started, it was him feeling mad.
No. I can't sit here and listen to this.
Listen,
I can't. Wait, what do you mean man was feeling you?
So obviously this is back when like time when I used to work at House of Fraser, came into the shop.
He's a good looking
Did
guy.
you know this though?
Yeah, I did. I was laughing the same way you was,
Bro,
Man was feeling you and you're still flexing with him. Like,
no, man, I wasn't flexing with him. Man. I was earning my bread. Get me? Listen, cool. So obviously, man's on the shop floor.
He flipped it though. I won't lie to you. Good, he flipped it. Bro.
Man's on the shop floor, yeah. And then I think obviously I'm in my department, innit? And then everyone on the shop started getting crazy. Like, oh my name. I'm like, name's familiar. Like, who's this Don, innit? And then I went to like the main tills. And as soon as I'm going to the main tills, my manager's like, "Oh, Jonathan, can you jump on the tills quick? We're running like understaff, innit? Because the tills were overflowing." So I jump on, and then this guy's like there, innit? I'm just doing my thing, because I don't know who. I just know like he looks familiar, but I don't know what he's famous for, innit? I couldn't remember. Yeah. And everyone and like all the other people's come out the break.
For context wise though, like let them know who he is.
Who he is? He's an actor, and he's the music band.
Oh, he was in.
Oh, he was in the lead singer, the kind of
hench one, innit?
Get it.
Blonde head one.
Get it now.
But there was two blonde head ones, but he was like the
main. They were popping in the early 2000s, innit?
Yeah.
In the noughties, they were popping still. Yeah.
So obviously, man's on the till. Man's on the till, yeah. Man's on the till, scanning my thing, yeah. Just different customer. But you know when you get the feeling someone's watching you, like stare, like I can feel their eyeballs, like at the side of my. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm scanning. I look up. I see him watching me. I'm like, maybe he's just looking outside behind me, innit? Yeah. Doing my thing, innit?
Be naive as
all my hair is like, oh, he's cute, innit? I said this guy. Yo!
You know what I'm saying? No, man, cause I can't get out of my head. Listen, he was training Donnie though.
Listen, one sec.
Oh, this is making me feel
uncomfortable. Man's like, you know when I'm like, listen, they don't be talking to me. Like, you know one of them ones, yeah, he said it, yeah.
No, I was talking to you with the muscles, nigga.
Fam, he said it, yeah. But it's one of them ones, when he first said it, I didn't react, innit? Yeah. I'm like, not talking to me. Can't be me.
I know it's not me.
Sure,
yeah. Everyone's done that before.
And then he's like, yeah, you. I'm like, no way.
He said, yeah, you.
Yeah, he's like, no way.
Yeah, you.
But fam, them man, they are like, they're front seat with it. Like, they'll say whatever's on their mind.
They are very straightforward.
Very straightforward.
And then, so now it's you know when you're in a queue and it's his turn to go to that side. Yeah. Man's telling the person behind him. No! Oh no, you can go. I said, bruv, I don't think I can serve this guy. Do you know what I'm saying? So then he started trying to bust convo with me. I'm trying to keep it cool. So I was like, oh yeah.
Give man the price.
He's like, oh, so how long you be working? How long you be working here? I'm like, yeah. Fam, I felt.
Man said the price again.
Bro, and man, I don't really get under pressure like
but
that.
That's the most uncomfortable man can feel.
For me,
100%.
Like my worst nightmare, is imagine going to prison and getting like raped by a gay dog, but he's hench, so you can't even beat him up. You get me? Like, how you meant to defend yourself? I mean, that's like one of my worst nightmares.
just don't go to jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's the only way out of it. Really.
Be a good guy out here in the streets.
So
the bad guys, good guys go to jail.
So obviously, I'm doing my thing, and then one of my colleagues in it, she's cool with me, but she thought it would be funny to start talking about me to him in it. So, oh yeah, he's into fitness, blah. I'm just looking at her like,
get that shit out of here.
Like, I don't even get me. I don't say bad enough to females. Yeah, I'm like, you BITC.
Say it, man.
You know what I'm saying? No, she's cool. and then so she's saying, like, oh look at his Instagram page. So show them our FitRep page, innit? Then he followed it, and I was like, god damn. Then he's like, oh yeah, make sure you follow me back, blah blah blah. So after work, I'm going home checking my phone, like, you really did follow it?
Yeah.
But then I didn't really care now because what I'm seeing is a blue tick. That was like the first.
Ching!
I'm thinking,
ching!
Hey yo, cause you might got friends who are, you get me?
Yeah, I mean,
so man can turn
I saw the business side of
it.
Keep it professional.
So I followed them back, I followed them back. And then man started DM me straight away. I'm thinking, already like that. But them DMs, them DMs ain't trying to go business way. Like he's trying to get to know man. I'm like,
it's kind of mad though, like knowing his status.
I had to tell him straight in. I was like, yo, like, I don't even float that way, you get me? Like, I just do fitness. I don't do that, you get me? He's like, oh yeah, alright, cool, no worries. But I'm interested in the personal trainer, like, what your price is. So I'm like, I had to think about it. I was like, you know what? I'm remodeling a couple price structures at the moment, so I need to get back to you. Of course you are. I went to speak to like
bumping it up.
Fam, I went to speak to like bare like people that and that was like around the time when I was getting close to getting fired, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that's when I started speaking to bare people. I was like, you know what, yeah, like, do you feel like I feel like I'm going against my morals if I do it, but business wise it makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So I started like debating. I was like, should I go forward with it? Should I like
It's a hard one still.
entertain it? Blah blah blah. Innit? But the advice I was getting is like, fam, like if it's something that's gonna, you know, help your business, do it. But make sure
It helps your business.
Make sure it's clear like what you're getting out of it, and don't like make sure you're not telling me you're not on nothing.
You need to set
nothing
boundaries.
fruity. You get me?
Nothing strange.
you
Come
have
to
to
at my
touch.
house.
Fam.
No, not coming to your house.
So there was one time.
Did you get me? Like,
You get me?
Be honest.
Just don't put yourself in a techie situation, innit? So literally the first training session was like the week I got fired.
I was so surprised. I was like, bro, you actually went there.
Bro, I can't remember.
I didn't know the
what
middle.
gym-
I was just like, bro, oh, so man moved to you. And I see a video of him training the next day. I was like, raw.
Bro.
Alright.
So I was like, what gym is this? Yeah, I can't remember. It was like one of the pure gyms, innit? You just went there, trained them. And then, to be honest, like once we've gone past that barrier, we
calm.
could be normal people, innit? Like we could just be.
They are normal people.
Yeah. No, I'm saying we could
Trying to help you out there.
No, I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying we could be normal. Like we
can actually,
there's not like an elephant in the room.
Yeah,
The discomfort
yeah,
was
yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And then there was one time the awkwardness just came back here because he's just natural with it, innit? So he was like, he was like, like.
I know.
I think he was doing like a show at the time, innit? So he was staying at a hotel somewhere like Baywater. He was like, I'm in Baywater at the moment. I need like, can you have any sessions in that area? I'm like, are there any pure gyms in that area? He checks like, yeah. So yeah, cool. So I'm going there now, innit? He's like, oh yeah, like you ever been Baywater? I'm like, nah, I ain't never been Baywater. He's like, yeah, a lot of Brazilians there. I'm like, have I showed you the message, innit, of when you were saying this?
I can't remember too much.
I was like, he was like, yeah, there's a lot of Brazilians there, innit? I was like, right. How do you know that, innit? It's like, oh yeah, I fucked a lot of them. I said, huh?
Yeah, it's fine.
Bro, if someone messages that to you, how are you gonna reply to that?
That's not. It's
But
just
this is me
inappropriate, man.
en route going to
you're on
training.
your way, yeah.
So now I'm like,
Detail.
just like you're telling me things, man. Don't
You
need
felt
to
like
know.
dirt, didn't you?
Fam, I feel like I'm doing something
I'm doing it
wrong.
for the money.
In his tight ass joggings.
Bro,
LOL.
Money.
nah, no, there was no.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Hey, it's a brand smart.
Gotta hustle out here.
And it's mad because when we was in the gym, everyone else started like recognizing him, innit?
Yeah, of course.
So then
He's big.
people start looking at us like, oh, what is that?
Oh, is this?
Is that new booty? Is that new booty?
He got a new bag.
You know when you're
Hey,
looking at
Jonathan was new booty, you know.
On the metro.
But you know when I started deepening other people's like, attentions on us, yeah,
that's hard.
You have to be even more professional. So yeah, when you finish that, 2 more sets on there,
And
then
let them hear
you have to
you.
let them hear
Let
that
them
you're
hear
training
you.
him, and then we just go do some stretches.
You were social distance.
And then,
You know what's it?
Yeah, and
Full social
you're
distance.
gonna send the payment through like you always. Cool. Just let them know, cause listen, we're not just friends. You get me? Like
Call him by his first name.
This
So
is
we wanna go over
professional.
here.
last name.
I was gonna say you can try that, but if you don't put off,
Yeah.
two sets through that, and I'll pay.
They'll be like, what type of personal trainer was like that?
That is
Sure.
a hard
That's
moment
hilarious.
And
for
then-
a man to go
But
through.
I'm thinking, yeah, because there was one time I couldn't make it to where he wanted me to go in it.
Okay.
Because I think I was in Croydon at the time. No worries, I'll come in Croydon. For some reason, his family home is in Surrey, which is not too far from Croydon,
Croydon,
innit? So literally,
So for some reason.
I'm dropping bare locations, innit? And then, and then literally you just like, we didn't keep in touch. Like, it kind of slowed down because I think he lives in Liverpool or Manchester somewhere, innit? But when he's in London, he's with family.
Oh, okay.
But when he's working, he's not in
Does
the
he still
innit?
hit, like...
Family, like
Does
once
he
in
still
a
hit you
while,
up, like
yeah, once in
when
a
he's in
while,
London?
say, yo, Johnny boy, what's going on? I'm like, don't call me Johnny boy, but
So new booty.
so
The Vogue. Oh,
fam, so obviously, you know when you know Telegram, the app.
Yeah.
So man jumped on that because everyone's like, it's better than WhatsApp. It's more secure, blah blah blah. And that's an app that if like you jumped on it, it would tell me that you've joined Telegram. Innit?
Oh, because you got each other's numbers in it.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
jumped on it. Then he messaged me, oh yeah, how you? Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. And then I jumped on Clubhouse. And I don't really use Clubhouse, innit? Like, I hardly go on it.
Yeah.
I've been on it a couple times, been in a couple rooms, yeah. But then the other day I was just looking at my profile. Yeah, I'm thinking, right, like a couple people followed me, so I'm going through who's actually followed me, so I see I can follow them back. I see, I'm like, God, this guy, like, he really, he's really still there. You see it.
Very persistent.
What's me, bro?
Wait, but
he's got his girlfriend.
But can I know? Okay, that's nice.
Okay.
What's that mean?
No, I mean that's nice. But,
No, it was in response to his.
no, but
I'm
my,
just saying,
my
bro.
thing is, yeah, like, did you ever make it clear? Like, was you ever like, this is?
I mean, he did
I
say
think
like,
he did.
don't
I think he
swing
did.
that-
Yeah.
From then, you
Man,
should just be like,
in the
alright.
So you told him?
from the first day. I was like, yeah, man, I'm not
Swing
down
that way.
That's not
That's
me.
the most important
Okay,
thing.
Yeah.
The difficulty is because I swing both ways, right?
Okay.
And the difficulty is that you'd think that a man who swings that way might be less, give in to the less likely to give in to the let's say male urges
Yeah.
and be less forward than say the heterosexual men.
Yeah.
Who are typically they're not the exact same.
The funniest thing is that I just feel like as a male, you have that urge when you see what you want it and you're gonna go get it.
But my experiences is that's not even the worst one, fam. My experiences, I've had.
No,
two
but I'm not
people-
surprised though, like, cause I've had it. Have you had it?
No.
I
You never had it?
No.
You in the butt in the areas, yeah. You in
No, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
in
I mean,
the
hood.
Just
no.
give this guy a little bit.
Hey, don't touch me like that, bro. Feel me?
Hey, when the gym open, I'm gonna take you for a little bite.
Take him for a little
No,
ride.
man, no. I don't want them biceps anymore. I don't want them anymore.
22.
I don't want them anymore. No.
No, but for real, like even I've had it where it's made me uncomfortable, and I
Yeah.
swing that way.
Yeah.
Like, where
Right.
it's a bit like, no, listen, like
I wanna
they
hear.
swing that way.
I wanna hear
but
this.
I've told you,
Yeah,
I'm not
allow me.
Interested, yeah.
Like it's not like a.
So it's not just a straight guys thinking of like, nah, bro.
They
Like,
ain't
this
trying
is
to hear
it's-
no.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
sometimes
normal, yeah.
There's a tendency, and I think that.
Because it just feels like harassment, like.
Yeah, and I think with men who are like that with women because of gender relations, let's say,
Yeah.
and gender roles and things like that, it's seen as much more of a taboo to be more that forward.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're doing it to a man, I think there's a bit of this issue of they're a man, they're gonna stand up to it. And that
Yeah.
Bro, man didn't know how
But
to defend myself,
no,
bro.
exactly. You feel vulnerable.
Just had to
Yeah,
hope and pray.
Just another man, innit? Like,
And like the amount of times I've a lot of times I've told people that I'm not
For them
bi.
Yeah.
that
So
they'll
you
leave
have
me
to
alone.
just say like, yeah,
Right.
bro. Like,
Because
that's the best I can do.
Because some people, if I tell them,
Is raps.
they're gonna think, oh,
There's a chance.
maybe exactly.
I can
And
change
I'm
his
gonna
mind.
be like,
Right,
listen,
yeah.
I may swing that way, but there is no chance in hell that I'm getting with you.
Right.
I'm real sorry.
And you know what? I've always wanted to hear this because I'm always thinking, is
But-
it from a straight man's perspective where it's like, bruv, is it just me or do these men really just don't care?
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
like,
a sensitive topic, yeah, because they may be moving like they are, but they
Yeah.
haven't explicitly said it.
Yeah.
So another example is when the Still House of Fraser. Like this time I was working at Ralph Lauren, innit?
Wait, in the same
Same
store?
shop, fam. It happened 3 times in that
Yeah,
store.
you had to do that job, bro.
Fam.
It was time for you to bounce, bro.
So,
That shit was
so
like,
man's
nah,
come,
bro.
man's come now.
That nigga with the clothing rack. Get to him. Get to
Man's,
him.
man's come.
newbie over
Man's,
there.
That's a new.
Oh my god.
man's
It's the
come.
nickname Newbie, man. Fuck this.
Do you want the nickname?
Go to new.
You want the nickname? Do you want the nickname as well?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Drop some nicknames
I'm
today.
good. I'm
Oh,
good. I'm good. I'm good.
No,
So,
shit.
so obviously, man's come to the shop floor, and then when you go to Ralph Lauren, yeah, you can't. There's display items, but then what you want is tucked away in drawers. Obviously, it sounds like the same, but it's not like on hangers and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the collections.
They
are-
do that
are folded
usually.
up.
Yeah,
Extra
yeah.
stuff.
Like fam, Ralph Lauren stuff, they take care of it like it's gold, fam.
Like the security and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, but not just the
You know when you
appearance
get
wise
when
as
you
well.
there at key and they
Like
unlock that
literally
shit,
everything
like,
you want
okay,
is
we
folded
good.
away.
Folded away,
You just
yeah.
got one that is not even your size, but it's on display.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
decide whether you want it or not, and if you want to try
Right.
it, they'll take like used ones from the back in it.
Yeah.
So this guy's come, he's like, oh yeah, looking for a top in it. He showed me a picture of what he wanted. I'm like, yeah, cool, we got it here. And then, but all this time he's watching me, like just bare watching me in it. But I haven't deeped anything yet, cause like he just might be like, you get me, just a bit
Yeah.
curious. And then, so I've given him the top. Man's grabbed it, backed off his top right in front of me.
Oh, in front of you.
I was there. I was like in the middle saying, "Oh yeah, so the change rooms are." Turning them back around.
All you see is his nipples.
Bro,
I was
man,
no.
T-shirts over his head and that.
And so, oh, what was he saying?
And I'm like,
you know what? He's getting
Yeah,
out of
he's
here.
getting out of here.
and I'm like,
busting it down in front of me from early. He's uncomfortable.
Yeah, all the jokes today.
I'm
innit?
not
Getting PTSD now.
comfortable.
No, he's cool, he's cool.
Okay, okay, sorry.
Um,
We're making a
and then-
mockery of
and
what
then-
you had
and
to
then,
we went through.
So I'll just give him the t-shirt,
Yeah.
He tries it on. He's like, "Oh, what do you think?" I'm like, "Yeah, no,
Was it like
it's decent."
fitted?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like he was built a little bit. Like
Okay.
he was like, get me.
That's just context for extra being like just more uncomfortable, just so you know. Like if it's even fitted and it's just like, yeah, what do you think? Man's veins is popping. That's
No,
already
but
even more layers of
at that time I
uncomfortability.
still hadn't thought anything in it.
Oh, you
I just
didn't?
think this is a bit weird. Like man's. Because
Okay.
I've taken not my top off, but if I'm wearing something underneath, I've tried something on the shop floor because I can't be able to go into changing room.
Yeah.
But it's just the way he caught me off guard, innit? I was like,
Okay,
alright,
yeah.
So wait, you had like nothing underneath.
nothing, nothing. And then
No, hold on. I don't want to interrupt you, but like your bill, you took it off on the shop floor and didn't think nothing of it.
No, he didn't. He
No,
didn't
no,
go
no,
bare
the
chest.
guy-
No, but you've done it before. That's what you said.
yeah, but not like people around.
Yeah.
But you find like a quiet.
It's not
Okay.
Oh.
I was gonna say if you did it on shop floor, people around, man, you knew what you was doing, bruv.
But I don't do things. I
Yeah,
don't do
it's
things
not
like that.
that.
And think,
Johnny
I'm
don't
gonna
move
do
like that,
it,
bro.
man.
It's not for others.
I don't care, bro.
Yeah, don't move like that, man.
Turn around, hide behind a pillar, like.
Yeah, but if you go around the corner, I thought you literally did it for a shop floor, and man's like, yeah, it's nothing. Though.
I
It's
don't,
light.
I
Something
don't,
light.
I don't go gym just to look good, you know. Like, man's
Yeah,
trying to
no,
get
of
stronger.
course.
You get me? Man's trying to lift heavy weights, man.
Yeah, come
That's
on,
my
come on.
number one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's done that. Yeah, he's asked me how does it look. I'm like, yeah, no, it looks good. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But really and truly, I'm just trying to get that sale.
Yeah,
like,
get the sale,
If he
yeah.
gets the sale, goes under my name and gets a gift card. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think it's good. So he's like, I think the arms, you know. Have a look. I'm like, I mean, I can see, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
facts,
don't even
facts,
touch it.
facts.
So he showed me another picture.
Yeah.
Showed me another picture. He's like, what about this one? I was like, alright, cool. You can try this one on again, innit? So now I know he's gonna take his back top off and do it. I was like, cool. Just do your thing. Here you go. Tried it on. Then he's like, cool. But now he doesn't even care that he's got top on. He's now looking at me like I'm not even a mirror, fam.
Yeah.
So he's looking at me like, so you know, do you work out? I said, I mean, once or twice
Isn't
a
it-
week. I mean, no.
Nothing strenuous.
Not too much. Not too crazy.
Something light.
Bruv.
Like, wait.
like, wait.
Fam.
Something light. Yeah.
So it's like, listen, yeah, man, I can see, like, nice arms. I
Jesus,
said,
bro.
alright, cool. Like,
Oh.
what is it now?
Now you know the vibes.
Now my
Now
spidey
you know the
senses,
vibes.
Yeah.
they're
I'm
really
tingling.
tingling.
They're tingling, yeah.
Get me?
Yeah.
Facts.
So like, so what's going on in it? So now I can't remember. He wanted another specific top, but he had the code for it.
Okay.
So I gave him a pen to write the code down for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm giving him the pen,
I already know.
say
The number.
say
No, I feel like I already know it's even more than
say you're giving me a pen in it in my
Man
hand.
grabbed your whole
Yeah.
hand.
He was like that.
Oh.
Oh shit.
So I was like, hey man, like,
Hey.
take the pen.
Don't bite. Small. You're not grabbing the whole hand.
And then now he's
That's
giving me
a
the
madness,
pen now,
bro.
so he's trying to touch me, but as he's dropping it, my hands going.
It's like,
Get me?
yeah. So right there. Right,
And then
right
after,
there.
yeah, and they always wait till the end, yeah. So now he's about to buy something, and he's like, oh yeah, so you know, I do this and this. Here, you should have my business card. I said, nah, I can't do this still. It's like, no, like just you know, we can catch up sometime. You know what?
Catch up.
Nah, man, I can't
that
do that.
word, you know.
You know, I'm even
Catch
gonna
up.
break.
That's that line.
Yeah.
And then that's when I deeped in it. I was like, you know what? This
Oh,
is
man.
this is not.
Yeah, this is nuts.
It's
It's too
not-
frequent. That's crazy, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
like, what would
That's
you do in that
frequent.
situation?
I mean, it's-
like someone like you, because you don't.
Oh,
even-
you
you even
keep it.
experienced it. So
What I would do in that situation,
I would love to know his reaction still.
I'm basically gonna do the same thing you did, but just a bit more stern, innit? Like I'm a very like rude person if I don't want to do something. So if I don't want to be involved in anything, I'm letting you know, like with a straight face,
But
like,
you're working.
go away from me.
it's not like on the street. You're working.
I'll still do the same thing. Like if it gets to a point where I'm uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable.
To be
now.
fair,
I'm
you
at
could
work.
have.
Do you
Yeah,
get me?
you can do that because it's like if you feel uncomfortable, you feel like you're even almost being harassed.
Yeah, it's
Or
harassment,
intimidated,
bro.
bro. You can easily
It's
still
like,
throw
it's
that.
unprofessional. They've come to you for a professional setting.
Yeah,
And it's
professional
not like,
service.
It's not like you can't meet someone in that way, but like if,
But then-
if you move to someone and they're not interested, and you're like, I'm here for professional reasons, then and you shut it down.
It's true,
like
you
that.
know.
How
You actually
many
have
times
the
that-
right.
If they continue, then it's a bit like you're crossing a line here. Like I'm here working, you're here a client. Like,
So you guys are saying that I can be
A bit more abrupt.
like he hasn't said it, but because I feel like he's being a certain type of way.
You have the right.
To
Yeah,
react,
abrupt.
because he hasn't said it. He hasn't said,
Yeah.
"Hey, listen, I'm trying to move to you." 'cause-
Yeah.
you're allowed to shut it down.
Yeah, shut
Like,
it down.
If he's,
But then
if he's insisting and if he's making implications, but it's the insisting that.
So then, what if I was like, "Hey, sorry, you know, I'm not onto this. Like, oh,
Well, I
I
mean,
think I'm gay. I ain't gay.
It's not that. It's more,
That shit does happen.
You're like, oh.
That shit does happen.
So that's
it's more that he gives you the business card, and then you're like, I'm really sorry. Like, this is a professional setting. I'm not really interested.
That's
in
the perfect way. That's the perfect way, though.
Man's like 19, bro. I'm not gonna think.
No,
to
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
obviously,
to say
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
but you can just say during your business card, no, like no thanks, like that's it. Do
Yeah.
you feel me?
Yeah, that's what I
Like,
said. I said it. I was like, nah. Like,
exactly,
man,
that's what I said. I would do
And
the
he
exact
still
same thing
carried
you
on.
did.
He crossed
He
the
insisted one more time. I was like, you know what? I'm going to my break now.
Can I say this?
I'm not
though,
saying no
yeah?
guy to my break.
Can I say this though?
Move.
Like, and this goes on to my next note. It was actually going to be in the beginning. But what if that person was a female? Like,
That's what I'm
if-
saying.
No,
like-
She was trying to
no.
move to man,
Yeah.
and she was nice.
Oh, like
Yeah,
that.
see, he already put the words in my man's mouth, you know. So
Well,
what
that's
would
all
you
that-
do?
Dude, it
Different,
happened.
that's
It happened
different,
though. It
bro.
happened in that shop as well, fam.
A female?
But she was moving to man, yeah, and her boyfriend was just like
I'm not gonna lie to you.
wandering around.
Hold on, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm thinking,
So
what's
she's
going
a
on
What
here?
kind of store is this? I've heard so
mad.
many
Yeah.
flame stories on this store.
Fam.
Jesus.
Ask my guy Malachi. He didn't even work on shop floor, but fam, that shop
Yeah,
was
my more privileged like how you
shop
was.
was active still.
Yeah, alright, cool. So then, okay, cool. So you would take, what would you do then?
What would I do
If she was a female and she was actually decent enough and she gave you the card?
I'm taking the card?
You taking the card?
Yeah.
Because she was decent?
Yeah.
So you'll break that gap because she was decent?
Busting it.
man.
I'm busting the
Like,
gap. Cool. When shall I call you? Tonight? Next week? Like, what's the best time for you?
Obviously,
I'm off at 5.
Yeah, you get me. I'm finishing in about 30 minutes.